What's up, gamers? This is Proto, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where I look at some of the latest games that have come out, tell you what I thought about to get my hands on it, give you a little bit of storyline, background, all the game modes, while I'm showing gameplay all at the same time. And today we are looking at Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now this is one title I was definitely looking forward to. I've been playing all the Call of Duty since the very first one and when it was back in World War II. And this was definitely one I was looking forward to playing and get my hands on. So let's not waste any more time. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a retelling of the original series in a more modern and believable settings. It's a first-person shooter style game with a wide variety of weapons to choose from. You'll have the campaign, the multiplayer, and the co-op modes to play from in this one. Now in the campaign story, you're helping stop a chemical gas from being used by terrorists and finding the source at the same time. You get to play as Captain Price and a team put together taking control of different characters from around the world. I won't go into too much more detail about what's going on in the campaign because there's some things that's going to happen that I think you might really like and you might not be expecting. So I'm just going to leave it there, but that's the basis of the campaign itself. Now the multiplayer is more of the Modern Warfare style gameplay that many people love about this series, and a lot of people will probably be happy. I know with the Black Ops series it kind of turned off a lot of people, but with this Modern Warfare I think it'll bring back a lot of fans of the series. Now you have a few of the classic with some of the new modes added in, and of course you got your team deathmatch, domination. Like I said, you have a few new modes. I know they have been showing one of them way before the game came out that got people's attention. But one new mode they have is called Ground War, and it plays similar to Battlefield's large-scale game mode, and it's not bad. When you're working with a good group, you can do a lot of destruction in that game. Now you do have a shop where they will be selling you things, so definitely be on the lookout for microtransactions. When I went through there and looked at it, I only saw one thing you can really buy right now, but I can imagine over the next couple months they'll have different things they're going to be trying to sell it, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it's nothing more than just cosmetics. As long as it's cosmetics, shouldn't affect nothing about the gameplay altogether. Now when you got your loadouts, you can actually customize your weapons with different attachments, different skins, so it gives you definitely a different feel and level of it. And when you're beginning the multiplayer matches, when you're doing the cinematic interests, you can actually see everybody else's loadouts and they look pretty nice. Now the co-op lets you play missions that continue on from the campaign story with up to teams of 4 completing tasks in a large scale area. Now what's unique about this mode is you can use loadouts from multiplayer in it, and you also have the classic Spec Ops modes that people loved about the Modern Warfare series, and that was definitely a mode that me and my friends used to do, just seeing what high level we can go to just holding positions, and it was always a lot of fun. Now graphic wise, the game is very smooth and beautiful. You can tell a little that the cutscenes were done better than the game itself, but it won't be that much noticeable. I could just tell from just looking at the gameplay and just noticing the little things like that. But if you're just enjoying the game, you probably won't even notice it at all. Now the voice, lips, and facial expressions were definitely on point. Everything was on cue. It looked very realistic. You can almost tell it like it's like real people talking. And all this gameplay that you guys were watching was captured on the Xbox One X. And that's basically the gist of the game in a nutshell. I didn't want to try to like hamper over all the details or go over too much of it on each side, but that's the basis of the game. So let's not waste any more time and jump into the pros versus the cons. And starting off the pros, the first we're going to look at is the core game is still there. What you loved about the Modern Warfare series is here, especially the multiplayer. The quick fast, the guns, the hit, all that. What you loved about playing the multiplayer is there. Storyline, good storyline, gets you intrigued, gets you want to know what's going on, and once you keep on playing it. And I can say once I started playing the storyline, I didn't stop until I completed it. Now the next pro we're going to look at is the matches are fun and quick. And that was one thing that was big about the Modern Warfare series. You can get in, play a couple of quick matches, get out. And what I really like about this one is when you play the matches, they don't drag on for long regardless of what game mode you're playing. And just when it feels like it's probably going a little too long, then that's when the modes end. So that's definitely good. It won't feel like you're just playing the mode over and over and it's constantly getting boring. And the last pro we're going to look at, the game is very realistic, and you definitely see it in the campaign. And when I say realistic, I say in the sense that when you're like clearing rooms and buildings, you can't just go in and just spray it. You got to actually think before you take a shot. because you're going to come across people that are not trying to fight you. Then you might come across somebody that might actually think about getting a weapon because they got it at you, and you got to think whether you want to take them out or just injure them, and you can get intel from them later. So I definitely like that. So the pros done, let's take a look at the cons. Now the first con we're going to look at, there's a long respawn rate in the co-op mode. And I have to explain this. Now in the co-op mode, when you come into the mission, you usually parachute in. And sometimes when you parachute in, you die. And for some odd reason, it takes you a minute to respawn and get back in. Why they got that, I don't know why. But for me, that definitely broke the immersion of it. Especially if you're like trying to parachute and you keep dying over and over and you're just watching everybody else spectating for minutes on minutes. And it feels like it's the longest minute in life. I don't know why they have it for a minute. Me personally, 30 seconds at the most. Get you back into it. But that's a personal con for me on that one. The next con we're going to look at is the multiplayer kickback. And to explain that is, you can basically be in the multiplayer, like you're setting up your loadouts, you're setting up your kill streaks, and you'll be kicked back to the multiplayer screen because the lobbies have all been updated. And because it's updated, it refreshes everything. I thought that was a real annoyance because if I'm not doing a match or anything, why do you need to update the lobbies for me like that? Just let that happen when I go to the lobbies. If I'm just changing loadouts, that shouldn't affect that at all. And the last con we're gonna look at is there's not many modes to play. Like they give you a lot of the classic modes, but some of them are missing. Like I didn't see a kill confirmed, and that's a fan favorite of Modern Warfare series. I know a lot of people, if they don't play team deathmatch, they play kill confirmed. So it's kind of odd not to see that in there. I was hoping that they would do that, but you know, maybe they'll bring it out in an update. But that's pretty much the pros and cons. Overall, I'm really enjoying the game. Like I said, I love the storyline. It got me really intrigued, and I'm a big storyline person. Multiplayer, I definitely think I will be adding this into my rotation of games to be playing, so definitely be seeing some more gameplay using the multiplayer mode and the co-op mode. But that's just my thoughts on it. How do you guys feel about the Call of Duty? Did it give you everything that you was asking for? Did it let you down on some levels? Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I talk about stuff going on in the gaming and tech world, do reviews on some of the latest games to take us out, do top 10 on new games coming out every month, and so much more. Make sure to follow the social media pages so you can keep up to date what's going on, or if you want to reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. Catch me streaming on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, playing indie, PC, and console games. So hit me up in the chat while I'm gaming, and make sure to hit that follow button. This is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.